Believe in miracles. I have seen so many of them come when every other indication would say that hope was lost. Hope is never lost. A day without prayer is a day without blessing, and a life without prayer is a life without power. When God doesn't grant your miracles, remember that you are the miracle He sent for somebody else. Sometimes the greatest miracles travel in disguise. Look closely, for they can be easy to take for granted. You will face your greatest opposition when you are closest to your biggest miracle. Prayer does not fit us for the greater work, prayer is the greater work. Life is a series of thousands of tiny little miracles. Notice them. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. Miracles are those lovely things that you see when you shift your focus from your thoughts to the present moment. Rich is the person who has a praying friend. Today's forecast, mostly magical with a chance of miracles. Every great movement of God can be traced to a kneeling figure. Type yes if you believe. When God is our strength, we begin to not only see miracles in the lives of others, but in our lives as well. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. There is little you can do about the stars in your eyes and the stardust in your hair. I guess you just have to face it, you are a miracle. Prayer is not overcoming God's reluctance, but laying hold of His willingness. Gratitude opens our eyes to the miracles that surround us. The reason why we obtain no more in prayer is because we expect no more. God usually answers us according to our own hearts. Miracles don't happen to you. They happen through you. You know the value of prayer, it is precious beyond all price. Never, never neglect it. Type yes if you agree. The secret behind miracles is that the person performing them begins without any knowledge whatsoever of exactly how they will succeed, yet they still begin. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. Be realistic. Plan for a miracle. Stay faithful. If you are hurting, stay hopeful. Pray and give thanks to God for the opportunity to grow, ask Him to shed light, ask Him for clarity. A miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love. It is true that a prayer that comes from the heart can move mountains, it increases your faith, and brings you closer to God. Seeing a miracle will inspire you, but knowing you are a miracle will change you. Type yes if you believe. Prayer is the means of sustaining a faith that at times can grow weak. The power of prayer is enriching, uplifting to hear our God speak. Be the miracle you want to see in the world. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. To pray rightly, you must make God your hope, stay, and all. Right prayer sees nothing substantial or worth being concerned about except God. The most incredible thing about miracles is that they happen. God does nothing except in response to believing prayer. Every day holds the possibility of a miracle. Where there is great love, there are always miracles. Type yes if you agree. Prayer is the forerunner of mercy. Turn to sacred history, and you will find that scarcely ever did a great mercy come to this world unheralded by supplication. There are two ways to live your life. One is as though everything is a miracle. The other is as if nothing is. The world was made partly that there may be prayer, partly that our prayers might be answered. When you wake up to your power and snatch it back, miracles happen. When I'm trusting and being myself as fully as possible, everything in my life reflects this by falling into place easily. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. The Lord is righteous in all his ways and faithful in all he does. My son, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching. What you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and what you have whispered in the ear in the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. Type yes if you believe. About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. If you fully obey the Lord your God and carefully follow all his commands I give you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations on earth. My son, pay attention to what I say, turn your ear to my words. Do not let them out of your sight, keep them within your heart. It is the Lord your God you must follow, and him you must revere. Keep his commands and obey him, serve him and hold fast to him. But to you who are listening I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry. Type yes if you believe. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my requests before you and wait expectantly. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. In my distress I called to the Lord, I cried to my God for help. From his temple he heard my voice, my cry came before him, into his ears. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person, and they with me. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me, or seen in me, put it into practice. And the God of peace will be with you. Type yes if you believe. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Therefore everyone who hears these words of mine, and puts them into practice, is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers, and blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. Worship the Lord your God, and his blessing will be on your food and water. I will take away sickness from among you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Type yes if you believe. Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers, and blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. I love the Lord, for he heard my voice, he heard my cry for mercy. Because he turned his ear to me, I will call on him as long as I live. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. Please subscribe to God Miracles Message 1111. And thanks for watching this videos.